taxes here in this country for you, for us. I don't want to pay taxes. Why should you pay taxes? I don't want to pay taxes. And these taxes are your money. Thank you. Thank you for your messages. Okay. So I'm saying this because I don't want to do politics, because people promise you things when they knock on that door and they say, I promise you, I will get your taxes down. I will make sure your children are safe in our schools. I will do. But as soon as they become a I will do and they got your signature and they've won, they don't do. They don't even call you. You've got to go through a system to get hold of them when they knocked on your door. That's it, mate. That's all you're going to see is them. And that's it. This is not the way politics should be run. In fact, I don't like the word. I want to name it politics permanently, because it is. I don't like it. And all I want to do, if I have the ability to become Prime Minister or even Mayor of London, whatever, I want to fix things. I want to fix everything for everyone, because my garden is dirty too. I also want the same things as you all do. I'm the same person. I will not be told what to do and how to say it. I speak quite well, and politics, yeah, it's the best word in the world, politics. I say things truthfully. There's no point me lying to you, because what am I going to gain? Nothing. I'm not making any money, and I'm certainly not helping anybody. And I want to help people, you know. So for me, I think it's a good idea. But please, all of you guys and girls, if you could, please just send 5 people to me to follow me on Instagram or TikTok or wherever you feel fit. But to get my name across, 1525, if we can get one person, that can tell 5 people, they can tell 5 people and 5 people and 5 people. You know, that's the best business in the world you can do. Asking people after you've done business, how do they feel about you? Is everything okay? And stuff like that. And this is why I want to get the town hall shows done. I want to engage with our public. I want to see and speak to people. I want to meet them. And I do want to invite one by one 100 people for lunch. It's a goal of mine to sit down with people that I don't know from all walks of life, and to sit down and learn about you, know what you've been through and all of this other stuff. I don't see any politician that's ever going to do that. They can't even lift the bonnet of the car to fix anything. How are they going to fix our country, you know? So I want to engage with everybody. I want to win people's hearts, from my heart to theirs, not the other way around, talking rubbish, you know. And I'm not a talking man. If I do something, I'll do it. That's it. I've always been like that in my life. If I focus on something, I'll get there and I'll do it because I can. And this motivation comes to you because you can as well. Whatever I can do, you can do too. Better or not, but you can do it, because everybody needs that motivation, that start in life, you know. It doesn't matter if you're 50, 60, 70, 20, starting out. This is why I created City, because City is communication, infrastructure, transition, and youth. It is a family, it is a city and a country. And if you guys remember my goals, which is transparency, not secrecy, we don't have this right now. Prosperity, not poverty. Homeowners, not homeless. And champions, certainly not criminals. We don't want criminals. We don't want to bring up our children as criminals. And that brings me on to education. Our education system is bitter. People used to spend bucks to come to England to teach their children, to put them into boarding schools. We had the best education, one of the best educations in the world, I would say to you. And I still believe that we could still be one of the best purveyors of this, because our kids are the future. Without our children, the youth, what are we going to do? What are we going to do with our youth? Or do we want them to live in our society the way it is? We can't handle it as adults. How are they going to handle it later? And this is the problem I've got. Like, everything is wrong. It's just everything we do is completely and utterly broken. There is no system here for us. We have to break all the systems down and start all over again. NHS, they could have given that £6 billion to the NHS, cleaned up their operation inside, not charge a light bulb £500 for someone to walk in the door to fix the light bulb, and to put somebody in a car and spend £400 getting them there in a taxi. Come on, you know, where our money's been spent on nothing. It's just water down the drain. Electricity bills. Why we need Russia? Let me explain something to you about Russia. If any of you have ever had the chance to go to Russia, it is one of the most beautiful countries I've ever seen in my life. There is no dirt on the streets. There's no people on the streets begging for money or sleeping rough even, right? All of what you hear is not true. All of the things that you think Russia has done to us is not true. If you look deep enough, you'll find the truth. But they want to pick a fight with one of the biggest continents in the world, and probably one of the bravest and best and nice people I've ever met in my life as well. I have Ukrainian friends as well. That's the problem. I have friends everywhere. I can't take sides from anyone. But what I can tell you about Russia is that they hold the golden nugget: oil, gas, and water. Oil, gas, and water. You can pay in Russia anywhere between $12 to $18 a month in an apartment for oil, for water, electricity, and gas. Really, really, really think about it. I mean, how much do you guys spend? Can anybody tell me how much electricity you spent last month, or water, or gas? Please, I'd like to know. I mean, it is just unbelievable. Why do we want to lose a country like that? And we had great things going on with that country back in the day, and they've just ruined it all. I don't know why we. Okay, nobody said anything about the Palestine and Israel war, though. You're not allowed to say anything about that, right? But you're not allowed to say bad things about the Palestinians or the Arab or the Jewish people. Why was that excluded from the system? But everybody's against Russia. Russia. Why not fix the problem? I've asked many times to come in as a mediator. I could fix it. Trump said he could do it in 24 hours. He didn't do it in 24 hours. He hasn't done it yet. And we've gone, oh, Miss Mason says £220 a month. What is that for? £220 a month. Is that for all three things, or is it just for one? That's unbelievable. That's like £3,000 a year just for a basic. I assume it's just for you. I mean, I'm flabbergasted, really. It's like I'm really kind of very, very disappointed that the way how things are going. Spider Music says he's out educating people. Sometimes others are not willing to do. Oh, is that me? Sorry, I thought you were talking about Mr. Starmer here now. Oh, what about your water bill? That must be another £40–50. That's a joke. Water should be free. If I was PM, I swear to God, the electricity bills would not go over £15–20 a month, if need be. Okay, because it's all for us at the end of the day. I don't understand that all the money they collect, they throw it back on us, and they charge us all these extraordinary bills and stuff, like parking meters. Okay, be reasonable with parking meters. Understand the councils need the monies for fixing things, but where have they fixed? I want to swear. Where the hell have they fixed anything in our country? For 6 years, I live in Essex area. The hill that I've got to go down, I've got to miss the potholes. They're never fixed. you get planning. If someone illegally opens their gateways for the road, the planning people don't even do anything. They're taking their sweet time. They're not even prosecuting them or or allowing them to bring in big juggernauts in and all that stuff. Where is all this going? You know, this is the problem. We have come to breaking point. Every single sector in our country, forget everybody else in the world, our country is completely, totally, 100% broken everywhere. So you bring in Reform Party, you will regret it. I promise you, like Sunak said about Labour, nobody listened, but then how credible is he? Look what happened, because they'll just jump in to what Starmer left and start all over again the nonsense. Oh, we'll fix the boats. Oh, we'll fix this. Oh, we'll bring Shamina Begum back. That ship has sailed. She's not allowed here, full stop. And we all agree with that. You know, we need to protect our country like we protect our children. Unfortunately, Spider says, I agree 100%. This country is broken. It's not broken. We're not broken, but we're being forced to be broken. Because the other things you've all got to remember is, remember I launched last year 15-minute cities with IB Times, and then I don't know, it went on to X. If you put my name, Shyam Batra, in the X bar where it says videos, you will get 15-minute city video with thousands of people in their own languages, millions. It's gone to about 40 million people right now. I don't know if it's hit our country that size, but the councils in January 26, 2024, 11:26 in the morning, 99 councils signed up for the 15-minute city. Do you guys know what that is? That is a lockdown. 15-minute cities, they will lock you in a 15-minute city. You will not be able to leave. You can't pay a fine or a fee to get out. You can't get out. And this is why all of this nonsense is going on. And it's going on and on and on. And it's a consistent and utter problem. And I vowed that when I was mayor, if I was becoming mayor of London, the first things I would have done was given the useless money back, the ULEZ, which I call it, because it's useless. And the second thing I would have done is I would have got rid of all the unnecessary taxes in London. I was speaking to 3 hedge funds, and they were happy to give me the money to pay to just get people on the ladder to buy a house in London. You know, this is ridiculous. Of course I want to help people. I want to help myself too. I don't want to be stuck in this mess. I'm in this mess as well. You know, I'm the same as you. And that's why I speak out, to try and get the messages across, because I don't want to see people in a mess. We can all fall into a lot of trouble. And then what do? Receiver knocks on your door and says, you haven't paid your mortgage, mate. You need to get out of the house soon. We're coming to repossess your house. How many times have we heard those stories? They should not exist. They should not exist. These sort of people should not be coming to our door. That there is no contract between you and them. The law is the law. But how do the councils get council tax from you, and you haven't signed an agreement with them? You haven't even said, I'll pay for it. They just send you a bill expecting you to pay for it. That's not the law. If you have a contract with them to say for 12 months, you will pay £100 a month, you will pay that £100 a month, okay? Because you signed for it. That's the law. When you sign for something, then you've got to go to court. But and then the bailiff turns up at your doorstep. Where's that come from? He kind of comes in a thug and says, give me the money or I'll take your goods. Who is he to tell you that he can take the goods? This is not right. This is a disaster system, this completely. It ruins families and people, what they're doing, you know. So we are kind of going round in a circle because we don't seem to get what we really need to have done. We really need to be in a strong position. And I think if we all collectively together, and this is why I think if I can get this organization off and running, I can spread it to everybody and let them join. And we will then be a strong force, because we are the people that will go into government, not me. We are the people that will go into government. I will be your voice for you, and I will do whatever you share things with you, not just suddenly do a bill tomorrow where white people are going to get more harsher sentences than the minorities. I mean, this is a joke. I would probably class myself white because I'm in the middle somewhere, and I'm born in England. I am white, basically. I'm not going to segregate myself from everybody. I want to be part of our system, and we need to create a system where everybody is treated equally and strong. Look at other countries. I'm sure that there are so many problems in other countries they don't even want to tell you. I mean, if you take Dubai, for example, it looks fantastic and glossy and beautiful. They've still got a 15-minute city in the background running. They're starting it. It's working. Saudi is also in the same bag. A lot of the countries have been signed up by the mayors, by this guy who's the chair for the WEF in London, in wherever they are. But these are the guys that have created this problem for us. Why would you want to lock lovely people like us in a city that we can't even get out of? You know, I've said this many a time on the podcast. Liam Tuff asked me a few weeks ago. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen some of his shows with me. He, incidentally, it was the last one I've done. I've done another 4 more, and I'm still waiting. I don't understand why the delay is, but certainly haven't received the reels yet back. But in Liam Tuff's one, if you go onto YouTube, you'll see the full video there, and they're on my Instagram and TikTok as well, I think, some of them. Rob Moore. We are all collectively guys like me that are trying to speak to beautiful people like you to get the message across, because we are the same. We're saying what we're saying because we are the same as you. We're not different. We're not standing for any parties and being part of somebody else's system. We're standing with you. The farmers also. I'm quite disgusted because I know how inheritance tax works. And instead of reducing it and making it favorable, everything that we wanted to have done, he's U-turned, backtracked. He's basically got, just like the gas and electricity for the poor pensioners that didn't have a lot. Okay, there are rich pensioners and poor pensioners. And what? They're 80, 90 years old or whatever. What do you want from them? At least give everybody the same thing that they deserve. It is not right that we have to sit back here and scream. We put out a petition. Falls on deaf ears, guys. It's a waste of time. It's a complete... You can march all the way to Scotland. You're not going to change anything. Change has to come from within. And we have to be collectively together and get a vote of no confidence when we're ready. Because let them dig a hole for themselves. Because that is being digged every day. Something new comes out, some new story, and they do these hand movements. Have you seen them with this? Even I saw Maloney today. She's sitting there with her hands, doesn't know what to do. She's doing this stuff with her hands, you know, like all this stuff together. Even I've started doing it. I think it's quite good fun. but I mean, jokes aside, it is wrong. It is morally utterly wrong what is happening in our country. We have got to change the system. The only way is, please, I beg of you all, do not segregate. Do not look at the Muslims and the Hindus and the Chinese and the Japanese. Let's all change ourselves and let's all club together. Integrate the Muslim people into our system. Integrate into every system. Let us all be one family. Because I remember the days when the parks were empty. People had the initiative to go to the council, set up stalls and stuff, and do all these lovely arts fairs and all this music fairs, music fests, and all this other stuff. And families used to congregate from all over the place. They want to be stuck on a Saturday afternoon in their house and beautiful sun outside and all this stuff. They want to go out and, you know, have fun, meet people. The children played with other kids and there was a big unity there. It doesn't happen anymore. We should start doing that. People have, like yourselves, want to start a business, contact the councils and borrow their land for the day or 2 days. Put out some things and let's all kind of come in together and join the festivities of what's really happening. I think it's a great idea, but this is exactly what they call an antidote. They don't want it. They don't want you to be joining forces with other people and stuff. You know, they don't want any of that stuff. They want to remove you from the systems, and that means doing everything. COVID failed. Remember, that was. I mean, that's going to stay with me forever. COVID. What really happened? I mean, how many friends we've lost, families we've lost, people we lost. We can't even get out of our place. Remember, we couldn't get out of our house, let alone our town. We were not allowed to get out. This is what 15-minute cities will do. It is a heavy, heavy agenda. It's been parked in the background. And I think I'll send you the link. It's called C40.org. And like I said to you, it is an agenda that's going on. .org, let's see. I urge you guys to look at it because you'll get some enlightenment. It's just a waste of time. And if there's a section in there, you can look at the countries and see where the mayor of the city is. And if the mayor of the city is in that country, he's joined. He's joined. It is a complete and utter disaster, I have to say to you all. It is the worst thing that could really happen to you, if anything, locking you up in a city and being told you can't leave that city. You can only stay in that place and not even go and see your auntie in Islington and you're in Enfield. It's just not right. Yeah, we're not children. A lot of countries are adopting it as well. Hey, come on board. FBO, FUBU. Come on board. It'd be nice to come and have a say. We need people like you to come and have a say. But seriously, guys, it's very important to think about what is really happening. We all must wake up in a nice way. And I want to say these things to you, not getting too excited about things, but like worrying about the fact that something may happen or go wrong. It is very important to have good friends around you and wake them up too and let them know that what is real. I believe one thing, the people that actually voted for Labour, it doesn't matter who you are, if it's you or whoever, you know, it's not your fault because you trusted somebody. You actually believed in a system that is broken without knowing, that you actually trusted them to come in and do something good for you. But unfortunately, it's gone the reverse, you know. I'm really flabbergasted as to how the hell they've got in the door and they've just completely U-turned everything. I mean, now the videos are going around about Starmer saying, we will not put up council tax. If you get angry with it, don't pay. It's just how it is. What can they do to you? Well, call a bailiff round to your door. There's no contract between you and the bailiff or the council, for that matter. The council have just passed it over. You know, that I want to ask you all, the congestion charge and the ULEZ charge, remember useless charge. You know, I always say to people, as much as you're angry about them, don't break the cameras, don't pay. They can't do nothing to you. 3 weeks later, they've already given it to a bailiff. How does that sit with you? They've given it to a bailiff already. It's horrendous. It's just like, I can't understand why they would do this to us. And there must be some kind of law, because the money that they're trying to take from us is our money that taxes are being paid for. Everyone's money coupled together in a whole group, in a group of a fund That is the money that we have all paid, and it's gone to the government to administer to the councils and everywhere else and blah, 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 and nothing's happened. So just think about that. It's our money at the end of the day. It's the money that we earned, paid taxes for, went to the revenue. The government has it. His Majesty's revenue. One question I want to ask you all before we wrap up very shortly is, do you think President Trump should have a state visit after all what's going on? What do you think? Send me a yes or no. What do you all think about President Trump coming here to the UK on a state visit, which is going to cost us a pretty penny? I can tell you that now, with Air Force One and all the cavalcade of cars and people. And it's not just an invitation to President Trump. It'll be an invitation to the team and everything, I assume. I don't know. But what are your thoughts? Are you interested in President Trump coming to the United Kingdom? What is he going to do for us, if anything? Is he going to waive the taxes for us? I think he's a businessman, and he probably may not waive the taxes. I don't know. I'm not him, but everybody's making speculation on what he'll do. At the moment, it's a no-no. He's still going to charge us taxes. I mean, he's looking after his country at the end of the day. He's doing whatever he's doing. He has his reasons for it. And it is what it is. I mean, I would like to have your thoughts. If any of you want to say yes or no, you're more than welcome to come on board and say yes or no. It's not going anywhere, this thing. And I don't know how to post it on Instagram anyway. Last time I posted it, the whole reel went everywhere. Who's going to spend an hour listening to me blah, blah, blahing? But no, seriously, guys, these are the certain things that we've got to focus on, and slowly, surely, we'll get our country back. It's almost like we seem to be spectators in a show, but we can't say anything or have our say or be a part of that, because we are closed down. We're not allowed to get aggressive or anything like that. Not that I want people to do that, but you know, like I've said to you, going back to the councils, April the 5th, I think it is, we've already got hit with the council tax bills. We have no justification what they've done with last year's money, let alone this year's money. We still have problems everywhere. If they use that money to fix the NHS, to fix the roads and everything else, we would be laughing. But they're too happy on asking for a pay rise in Parliament. Parliament's a club. If I become an MP tomorrow, I have to join that club. That's not going to sit well with me, because I am going to speak like I speak here, and I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm not going to be told on a script, you must say this. This is the question you must ask. No, it's not how it works. That's called control. Control. You know, I don't even want my children to be controlled at school. Why? You know, people need to live in economic freedom all the time, not be scared. Oh, what happens if this happens? Who's that? I hope he can talk some sense into King Charles and Keir over free speech and treatment of British people. I think JD Vance and Musk speak out so much sense, and I hope they can have influence. I don't know. I mean, you see, the problem is that they have 10 times worse problems in their own country at the moment. And it's not exactly the easiest place to be, America. But UK is a tiny little island, but we have a big mouth. And I'm afraid to say that King Charles is in the same agenda world as them. So even if you do get sensible sense sent to them, it's not going to go anywhere, actually. I'll be wrapping up in about 3 minutes, I've been told. So if there's anything you guys want me to speak about or ask, send me questions as well. And look, we have a kind of free speech here right now. It's going on live. The words have gone, but we can still make things happen. Remember, there's people that let things happen, and there's people that make things happen. We want to be the people that make things happen. We want to be the leaders, not the followers. We want to be the people with strength and energy and success, and we can all make it. You know, you are not all failures and stuff. You must always pat yourselves on the back of who you are. Look at what you've achieved. Achieving children is a massive achievement. Beautiful kids, you know, that's what our world needs, is to have the youth coming through the roots and to become fathers and mothers themselves, and to be happy, live in a happy environment, so that we're all good in what we're doing. I mean, this is the kind of focus I want to focus on. I don't like this negativity. I'm going to work on an agenda, and I'm going to make it happen. But I need all your help too. But I'm going to make it happen. I know I can do it, and I think I can. And it'll be a wonderful achievement to have done, to get rid of people who have no interest in our country, who are more interested in, I mean, who's that other lady? I keep forgetting her name, the Prime Minister, Assistant Prime Minister, whatever she is, Deputy Prime Minister. She cancelled the council stuff, and she went and bought herself a council house. What does that tell you all? You know, I leave these little things with you. She went and shut the door down on November the 17th. Now the people that have been living there 10, 20, 30 years can't get 60% discount. Rainer, that's it. Yeah, that's the lady. And she went and got herself a council house and brought it down to what, 16,000? That's it. Anyway, I'd like to say good night to you all. Have a wonderful